career's one step. You're
London, how are we? This is fucking ridiculous. Jesus Christ. Look at this. Looks like an airport waiting room. Right. Honestly, man, it is wonderful. It's great seeing so many of you, man. And we need to come out and laugh in these times, don't we? Yeah, because it's shit out there, innit? It's shit in the world right now, isn't it? Yeah. The country's fucked. No, honestly, the West is fit. We're done. We're done. Do you know how I knew we were fucked? We ran out of tomatoes. We never thought that would happen. Do you know how arrogant we used to be? We used to dash them at people. So be like, boo, get off the fucking stage. We never thought that would happen, man, until one day we looked on the news and it was like, Britain is experiencing a shortage of tomatoes. And we were like, fucking hell. Is there ketchup? Because we don't care about tomatoes in Britain, innit? We're like, fucking flip that out of my burger, man. Get the fuck out of here, right? My Italian mates were on Facebook losing their minds, right? What are we gonna do without tomatoes? It's like, Paolo, you might have to try bangers and mash. No! No bangers de mash, please. Seeing their whole cuisine wiped out in a day, right? No bolognese, no lasagna. What are we gonna do? Try some toad in the hole. No, che schifo. It's crazy, man. World's in a really harsh place right now, man. The world's messed up. Britain's messed up. Nothing's working. You know, it's like nothing's fucking working, right? No, honestly, even the people. Fuck me. Right? You know when you wake up in the morning, it's like throwing a wheel of misfortune, like just spinning it and seeing where it fucking lands on, right? You're like, the trains, fuck, right? There's strikes everywhere. Teachers are striking, train drivers are striking, actors are striking. Actors are fucking striking. Do you know how bad shit has to be for the guy from Breaking Bad to be out there with backup? It's like, bro, go sell some meth. What the fuck? You got the script, right? It's true though, right? And I'll be honest with you, right? Like, the hardest part about the strikes is pretending like you care. Look, some of you are moving your shoulders and you're not letting the laugh out, right? I can still fucking see you, yeah? Don't try and act woke in front of your buddies next to you, right? Because I can see you going. Because you got to pretend like you give a shit, right? Because otherwise people label you a Tory, innit, right? We act like we give a shit, man. We support them with symbolic gestures, do you know what I mean? Like, we support them with symbolic gestures, like, you know, we go, solidarity with the workers. Put an Instagram story up, like, up the workers, we support you. Put it on your story, like, big up the train drivers, get your money. Until your train to work gets cancelled at 8:30. And then you're like, how much are they fucking on? I'll do it for £5 less, the cunts, right? All they're doing is this. Sans, you do that at home for free, innit, right? The one that really did bother me, though, man, I really did start caring when the ambulance went on strike. Oh, my God. Fucking hell, I was terrified. No, the ambulance went on strike. I left the house in shin pads. I'm being serious. I was like, prevention is better than cure, right? Because they were like, oh yeah, if you are in an emergency, try and call a cab. A cab? I'm not relying on Hassan in an Uber to get me to A&E, bro. Can you imagine that, bruv, right? You're calling 999 and they're like, oh yeah, have you tried calling a taxi, bro? I'm fucking bleeding out there, like, looking at my phone like, please, God, connect, please. Please, God, just anything, show me a sign. Mohammed is on his way. Brilliant, right? You'd convert to Islam there and then, wouldn't you, bro, right? How'd you become Muslim? Yeah, it was the ambulance strike of 2023. That was what did it for me, actually. Assalamu alaikum, lad. It's mad though, like we say we support these people, right? But we don't really, we pretend like we do, right? We support people with symbolic gestures, do you know what I mean? Because it's easy, right? It's easy, because we're all full of shit. We pretend like we're supporting, but all we do is put up Instagram stories, and that's as far as our activism goes. That's as far as our help goes, right? No, it's true, that's all we do. Like, you know when there's like a natural disaster, people love just putting a flag in their bio. Oh my God, that's the best one, innit? It is, because you don't even have to donate. People go to you, oh, thanks for sharing this, and it's like, it's all right, we all have to do our bit. We love symbolic gestures as a society, man. It gets us out of doing things, right? It's easy. We like share something, we give a symbolic gesture, and it absolves us of any responsibility. That's why we love them so much, right? And I realized this in the last year or so, right? Because I don't know if you saw this year, they had the 1-year anniversary for the war in Ukraine, right? Now, I don't know why they were celebrating it, but no, I thought anniversaries were good things, right? It was all over the news, right? They had all these little events that they were planning for the 1-year anniversary of the war in Ukraine, right? And it was stunning to me because I saw all these symbolic gestures planned, like, you know, like a 1-minute silence. Oh my God, that's my favorite one, right? 1 minute silence, you get a minute of peace. Do you know what I mean? Like, have you ever seen that? You'd be in a supermarket, right? You'd be in a supermarket, Calvin Harris is playing, without love in our home, without love in our home. Suddenly I was like, ladies and gentlemen, we'll be having a 1-minute silence. You can all join us, please. The staff are just happy to get a minute off, right? They have to fucking deal with customers, you know what I mean, right? And they're fucking rude people, right? So they're just there, like, not making eye contact with people, and if they do, they're like, the rest of us are all pretending like we're actually not shopping, but we still continue shopping while like just being quiet. There's always one person though that ruins it for everybody, innit? It's a ticking time bomb. It's usually a woman. Right? She's got her AirPods in, right? Just singing along to whatever music she has, like. Talking around. Now, everybody's trying to avoid eye contact with her because they know this is the ticking time bomb, right? She's gonna fuck it all up for everybody, right? She's gonna mess it all up for everybody, so the staff are trying to avoid eye contact. Other customers are trying to avoid eye contact with her until she finally picks something up, like she's in the aisle and she's looking around. She has main character syndrome. She thinks everybody stopped for fucking her, right? We haven't stopped for you, bruv. We're stopping for the people, right? This is a fucking symbolic gesture. Get with it, Sandra. Right? And then she fucking ruins that. Have you got Kellogg's Special K? We're all looking at her like, you fucking whore. You're ruining it for the kids of Ukraine. But deep down, we're all hypocrites, because during a 1-minute silence, we're not thinking about dead lives, are we? We're just there like, I need cheese. Bread. Oh, fuck, no, I forgot the milk last time, man. She's gonna kill me. She said the oat milk brand was the wrong one, bruv, right? How the fuck am I supposed to know there's different brands of oat milk, bruv, right? The fuck is Oatly anyway, right? Fuck me, Oatly fans in there, Jesus. Where's the Outpro fans in here, right? So you're outnumbered, right? I didn't know this alternative non-dairy milk beef was big in Hammersmith, right? That shows how middle class my audience is. That or they're all fucking lactose intolerant and they're gonna shit themselves in a toilet later. I remember, like, I had 2 times in my life where I really cared about the 1-minute silence. One was the Grenfell disaster, and the other was 7/7, you know, the London terrorist attacks. It's a bit like our 9/11, you know. It was like the, you know, American office, UK office, whichever one you prefer is the one that you saw first, innit, right? And I remember that one was particularly poignant in my life because I was doing work experience in Boots. And that day I was trying to get into work and a terrorist attack had happened, right? And I'd lost my Oyster card and £5, right? So the next day when we had a 1-minute silence, I looked fucking distraught, innit, right? My security guard's looking at me, don't worry, we're gonna get them terrorist bastards, right? I was like, blood, I just want my Oyster card back, bro, right? They had all sorts of symbolic gestures to support the people of Ukraine, right? All sorts of symbolic gestures. The one that made me laugh the most was when they got Premier League players to run around on a pitch with Ukraine armbands on, right? Because apparently seeing Harry Kane run around a pitch losing is going to do shit tons for the morale of the Ukrainian people, right? Can you imagine that? Have you seen Harry? Like, do you know what I mean? He kicked ball like rocket. Like, do you know what I mean? It's like... It's fucking silly for me for two reasons, right? I think it was silly, right? Because one, I don't think Premier League players can pick out Ukraine on a map, right? No, I don't. Think about it. Half of us in here can't pick him out, let alone a fucking football player, right? Like, and I say that because they asked Jack Grealish to pick out Birmingham. Jack Grealish is from Birmingham, guys, right? They gave him a map of the UK and they were like, pick out Birmingham, and he was like, no chance. So the idea... Ridiculous. The other reason I found it ridiculous was, that's the last thing I'd fucking want to see if I was fighting, right? A bunch of footballers with a flag on their armbands. Like, Sanj, say me and you were fighting in the trenches, right? Me and you, right? Yeah, we're like fucking going at it, right? I think that's how fighting's done, right? Yeah. You may be psychologizing with everybody, right? Don't worry about it, it's only war, it's fine. We're fucking smashing it, we're killing it, right? I've been having your back, you had mine. Not like that, but do you know what I mean, right? We're just doing our thing, right? We're fighting, brrr, yeah. Brrr, that's me paintballing, brrr. Anyway, we're there, right? We're fighting and whatnot, right? And then suddenly, right, we go back to the barracks, right? It's time to go back to the barracks. We chill, we take off all our camouflage and whatnot, right? And then we turn on the TV, there's a bunch of NBA players, basketball players, with British armbands on, right? How would that make you feel? Pissed? Exactly, because I'd be like, fucking hell, LeBron, send me a tomato. I haven't eaten in weeks, bro. But we love symbolic gestures as a nation. We love symbolic gestures as a nation. You know when the war first started in Ukraine, did you see what happened? Right? Their president, Vladimir Zelensky, he came on TV and he was like, please, we call on the international community, send help. And we looked at him and we're like, we have got a better idea. We're going to light up Big Ben. He fucking lost his mind. Did you see him? He came back in camouflage. He hasn't taken it off since, right? He went to visit King Charles in camouflage, right? Nobody else does that, right? And then he came back on TV in his camouflage and he was like, please, we call on NATO, send tanks. And we were like, all right, the fucking London Eye as well, bro, right? We love a symbolic gesture, right? Until it affects us. So what do you do, my love? You work in retail. Yeah, there's no shame in that. Don't go retail, right? Where do you work in retail? Sorry? You don't want to say? Why? I just want discount. Like the fuck. What is it? Where is it? Next. I used to work in Next. What's your name, my love? Nadia. Who's your boss? What's your boss's name? Sorry? Maureen. So do you like your job at Next? It's okay. You have to say. There's nobody in here. Don't worry, man. You can say fuck Next here. It's fine, right? Don't worry. I'm not going to get you sacked, right? Do you have yearly appraisals at Next? Yeah. Does Maury do them for you? Huh? Your other manager doesn't. Well, tell me that manager's name. Fucking hell, right? Sorry? Ali. Okay. He's one of the good ones. What do you mean, racially, or? She was like, Ali, he's one of the good ones. I was like, we're all one of the good ones, Nadia, right? Fucking fanning the flames of racism in here, Nadia. Right? He's one of the good ones. He doesn't claim benefits or asylum, he's fine. You meant he was one of the good managers, yeah? Yeah, that's right. What would you do, right? Because we love symbolic gestures until they affect us, right? What would you do if you walked into the office, right? That little shitty office with like the fire exit stuff on it and that, yeah? And he's like, Nadia, you have been smashing it. You have signed up so many people to our catalogue, right? You are fucking, you know what? Like, you are next. Right? You embody everything about this company, right? And you're just looking at Ali like, fucking hell, you are one of the good ones, right? And then you're thinking in the back of your mind, like, should I ask for a raise? And you do it because you're Nadia, right? And you believe in yourself, and you look at him and you're like, Ali, can I have a raise? And Ali looks at you and goes, don't be so silly. We've got something better planned for you. This Thursday, we're all going to come out on the shop floor and we're going to clap for you. Ridiculous. It's ridiculous. It's ridiculous. We don't accept symbolic gestures when they affect us, right? But we do it on a bigger level because it's easy for us. It's easy for us. And I get it, man. People always want other people to help them out, and people always want to do, they always want people to make symbolic gestures because they're reflected by it, right? And in recent years, right, I found something quite puzzling because people often get at their favorite celebrities to come out and talk about an issue that they care about, right? And they'll be like, what? Like, and they get at their favorite celebrities. And I'll be honest with you guys, Hammersmith. I don't give a fuck what celebrities have to say, right? I couldn't care less, right? They're fucking idiots, right? No, honestly, right? Like 20 years ago, Dave Chappelle had an iconic joke where he said, nobody wants to hear what Ja Rule has to say, right? I mean, 20 years later, not much has changed. I don't give a fuck about what Ja Rule has to say, but things have changed now, and people hound their favorite celebrities to talk about the issue that's very close to them, right? They hound their celebrities. They're like, you should be talking about this issue. You should be raising awareness. Even though I'm on a private profile, you should be raising awareness. I haven't got any posts, but you should be using your platform to raise awareness. Raise awareness, right? Raise awareness, right? But raising awareness without doing anything is bullshit, right? And I'll tell you why, right? Raising awareness is an absolute ego-driven thing, right? And I'll tell you what I mean. Like, what's your name, bro? Sorry? Jack. Jack. Right, okay. Jack, right? Say you've got a problem, right? Jack, you come up to me, right? And you're like, Kay, it hurts when I piss. And I'm like, what do you mean, Jack? What, like metaphorically? And you're like, I don't know what that means. And I'm like, no, but like, you're like, no, it hurts physically, innit? Like, it physically hurts when I piss, right? And I'm like, don't worry, bro, I'm gonna help you out, Jack. And you're like, all right, what are you gonna do? And I'll take a picture of you, yeah? And I put it on my Instagram, and I go, yo, you lot, this is Jack, I think he's got chlamydia. Is that helping? Huh? Sorry, rather unhelpful. You're fucking lying, bro, it's raising awareness. All right, Wayne, say you go outside, right? Bunch of Sunderland fans find you, right? Yeah, they start punching you up, right? You're fucking losing, right? He's trying to join in, right? And you're shouting like, Kay, help me, help me. Yeah, he's not helping you, right? He's not there, it's just me and you, right? And you're like, Kay, fucking help. And I bring out my phone and I start recording and I shout, fight, 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 fight. Is that helping? No, but it's raising fucking awareness, Wayne, right? We all love raising awareness until it affects us, right? Because it doesn't actually do anything, right? It doesn't actually do anything. It's just passing a buck. People are like, oh, I'm raising awareness because it might inspire somebody else to do something because I'm too fucking lazy to do anything about it, right? That's why people do it, right? And nowadays, people, that's what I'm saying, people want their celebrities to do all of that stuff, right? And they hound people. They hound these celebrities, right? They're fucking idiots. I want to hear from experts, right? I don't want to hear from fucking celebrities, right? Recently, they were having a go at a couple of celebrities, right, in the last few years, right? Because they asked them to speak out, but they didn't have the opinions that they wanted them to have, right? And they got at Anthony Joshua and Tyson Fury because they said their views on gender weren't progressive, right? I was like, do you guys know what these two do for a fucking living? They were like, their views are absolutely barbaric. They fucking hit people in the face. For money, bruv, right? I don't want to hear boxers' views about anything. Did you think Tyson Fury was going to come out, I actually love non-binary people? Like, do you know what I mean? Like, Like, that's the most barbaric thing you have to do. Do you know how many things you have to go through to think to yourself, oh my God, I'm gonna punch people in the face for money, right? I don't want boxers to talk out about anything, right? I don't even like hearing boxers talk about boxing. No, I don't. Have you heard them in their press conferences? They're thick as shit, right? They're looking at each other going, I'm gonna go through him like a laxative. What the fuck? And then their own promoters looking at him like, what the fuck? Did you just compare yourself to diarrhea, you cunt, right? Yeah, no, he's gonna get the knockout. Shut the fuck up now, don't talk again, right? No, I'm going to go through him like diarrhea. They're thick as shit. Why do you expect any sort of nuance from them, right? Like, just take them for what they are. They're boxers. Don't ask any of their opinions, right? It ruins it for us. Because then we look at them and we're like, fucking hell, now I can't even support this guy, right? One I found funny as well, that wasn't even the funniest one I found, right? I saw people hounding makeup bloggers. They were hounding makeup bloggers to talk about political issues. They wanted political analysis. Analysis, right? From makeup bloggers, right? No, I'm not saying makeup bloggers are stupid, but what do you expect that content to look like, right? Guys. Basically, yeah. There's this guy called Putin. Spelled like put in, but... And basically, like, he's trying to take over Ukraine, and it's like, love, you can't even do that. Like, you know what I mean? It's not on, that's like putting on moisturiser after you've done your foundation, do you know what I mean? I get it though, man. We want people to speak out. We want people to speak out. And people ask comedians to speak out nowadays as well, man. I found it really weird in the last couple of years, man. Things have changed for comedians, right? We used to be looked at as clowns, and now people look at us differently, right? I miss the old days. Nah, I miss the old days where I was just a disappointment, right? Like, no, because I saw in the last couple of years, like I saw people tweeting weird stuff like comedians are modern day philosophers, right? I was like, me? My brother has a master's in philosophy. I don't look at him as an expert in philosophy, let alone me, bruv, right? Don't look at any comedians as philosophers. Philosophers come out with some amazing stuff, right? Some amazing sayings that we've been repeating for years and years and years. Like, the wise man is the one that admits he knows nothing, right? Fucking deep shit, bars, right? No, they're bars, right? Like, you know, things like what doesn't kill you makes you stronger. Oh, I know, I thought it was Kanye West as well, but apparently it was Nietzsche, right? They come up with some deep stuff. Do you know what comedians come up with? All right. Garlic bread. Ow. Like, all we do is take a word and fucking repeat it, right? We're not philosophers. Don't try and get me to talk about philosophy and stuff, right? I am ill-informed about everything. Everything, right? Don't even try and like, my baseline is listen, I'm a failure, right? No, I am, right? I studied biomedical sciences, right? That basically means failed doctor, right? That's... Sounds you can relate to that, innit? Nah, you know what I mean. You wanted to be a doctor, it didn't work out that way, but fuck it, right? Now you're a psychologist. It's a doctor-ish, right? The parents go, well, he's a doctor. Come over here, help me. No, I can only ask you about your feelings. I get it though, man. People want somebody to blame these days, man. People want somebody to blame. So even if you're feeling powerless about a situation, you want to blame somebody else, right? You do, right? Because it's trying to relay that anger to somebody else, right? Like, you're sad about a situation and you feel powerless about it and you want to blame people. And we see that a lot in this country. And the ones we're looking to blame are refugees, innit? Right? That's the latest target, right? That's the latest target. Because it's easy to blame refugees when you fucked up the economy and you're looking for somebody to blame. These people that can't speak the language, you're like, fuck it, let's blame these lot, right? It's easy to do that. I mean, it is, because they can't speak out for themselves, right? And I see stuff like, I see it all the time, right? I see it all the time, right? they're always like on TV, like, oh yes, the problem is these people coming over here on the boats. It's the people coming over here on the boats. That's who's messing up the country, the people coming over here on boats. It's not British. I'm like, are you mad? It's the most British thing to come over here on a boat, bruv, right? We have songs about it, do you know what I mean? Rule Britannia, Britannia rule. There's no songs about coming back via EasyJet from Lanzarote, right? I'll go as far as to say if you go on holiday and you don't come back via a boat, you're not fucking British enough, right? But it's funny, man, people want to blame refugees for everything these days, right? People want to blame refugees for everything that's going on. And it's easy to blame refugees because they can't speak the language. They don't have TVs. No, they don't, right? It's easy to blame them like, oh, why is the economy fucked, refugees, right? You know what I mean? It's an easy target, it's easy, right? And for those of you that don't know, I'm actually a refugee, right? I know. You weren't saying that when I was in school, okay? Don't try it now. Like, don't try and love me now because I'm sexy and I'm on stage, right? You weren't doing that back in the day, right? But I was a refugee, right? I came to this country 6 months old. 6 months old, my parents fought against Saddam Hussein's regime, right? My dad got, My dad is disabled because he fought against Saddam Hussein's regime, right? We came to this country because he needed treatment, right? We came here to live in South London. I was a refugee, he was a refugee, she was a refugee, right? And then I grew up here, and here I am in front of you guys. Yeah. No, don't, it's all right, it's fine. Thing is, I'm a refugee, but my 2 younger brothers are not, right? They are very much British, right? My brothers are British, right? And one day I was at home and we're watching the news, right? And there was all this vitriol surrounding refugees on the news, right? There was all this vitriol surrounding refugees on the news. So it was things like, oh yeah, if you love refugees so much, why don't you get them to live with you? Why don't you get them all to live with you and Gary Lineker, right? And I was thinking, firstly, I would love to live with Gary Lineker, right? Like, I don't know about you lot, but he's a good-looking guy. He's always on Match of the Day, right? That'd be sick. I could just be playing two-touch with him in the backyard. It'd be great, right? But there was all this stuff on the news, right? And it was all like, oh yeah, if you love them so much, right? Why don't you get them to live with you? Why don't you get them to live with you, right? So I turned to my brother, right, as we're watching this, right? And I was like, interesting concept. Right? So my brother was like, you're British, right? Would you let refugees live with you? Fuck that. I was like, hold on, why? He was like, I've lived with 3 of you my whole life. You notice everybody's angry? Yeah, it's very angry, isn't it? Do you know what I blame? Breakfast TV. No, because did you remember breakfast TV in the 90s? You're like, ish. You don't remember breakfast TV in the 90s like I do. Breakfast TV used to be so good, right? 7:45 in the morning, right? Do you know what they used to do on breakfast TV? They used to get us a black man to help us work out. Called him Mr. Motivator. Do you remember that? Yeah, it was fucking wonderful, wasn't it? Mr. Motivator in his pink little hot pants. He had his glasses on with a do-rag. He never took that do-rag off. They had him on Buzzcocks a couple years back. He's still wearing the do-rag, bruv, right? You'd be there 7:45 in the morning, and he's like, all right, 2 steps to the left, 2 steps to the right. And you were like, fucking hell, man, I'm motivated, right? Big up Mr. Motivator, right? No, it used to be great, but nowadays you turn on breakfast TV, it's changed, it's very different. You turn on breakfast TV, 7:45 in the morning, it's just a bloke in a suit and he's quite fat and he's going, should trans people exist? And you're like, whose idea was it to have debates at 7:45 in the morning? I haven't even had a shit yet, right? I can't think about this sort of subject. 7:45 in the morning, and they wonder why we're so angry. They've got all this vitriol online all the fucking time, right? Got it all on the fucking time, right? And I get why as well, though, right? I blame breakfast TV, but I think the real reason we're all angry is we're in a cost of living crisis. You heard about this? You heard about this, Sanj? What about you, Thornton Heath? Yeah, you're from Thornton Heath. Your whole life's been a cost of living crisis, right? Have you been there? Fuck me, right? They have a bit called Thornton Heath Pond. There's no pond. There hasn't been water there for fucking 50 years, right? Cost of living crisis. We're in a cost of living crisis. You heard about this, guys. Cost of living crisis, right? It's a very creative way to say you fucked up the economy, right? I was thinking about this phrase, a cost of living crisis. Cost of living crisis. And I was like, oh my gosh, the middle class of gentrified poverty. No, we're not poor, it's merely a cost of living crisis. No, I'm not, I couldn't be poor. It's just merely a cost of living crisis, right? It's temporary. I wish I knew about that phrase, cost of living crisis, when I was in school getting customer trainers, right? Do you know what I mean? They're looking at me like, hey, what are those? And I'm like, shut up, bruv, this is crisis wear, right? Cost of living crisis annoyed me for a few reasons, right? Mainly because last year was the first year I started making decent money from comedy, right? And then they were like, we're going into a cost of living crisis. And I was like, for fuck's sake, man, not now, man. I just started buying free-range eggs. Right? Have you ever had free-range eggs from... You know the Clarence Court birth of the Browns? Oh! The yolk is gold, bro, right? You don't even know what that... Bro, I can't go back to caged hens, bro. I've been having golden omelets for a year, right? I even hide them in my cupboard so my brother can't eat them, right? I buy him the shitty eggs, right? That's funny to me and him. Everybody else. Cost of living crisis, right? And this cost of living crisis, right, affects all of us, right? Affects all of us, right? So who do we turn to in a cost of living crisis? Who do we turn to? We've got to turn to our elected officials. Elected officials. We've got to turn to like Rishi Sunak. Do you like Rishi Sunak, bro? Yeah, it was disappointing, wasn't it? Right? Because the cost of living crisis started, right? And they had Rishi Sunak on TV. They had him on the news, right? They were like, Rishi Sunak, what is your message for the people of Great Britain going through the cost of living crisis, right? And in my head, I was like, if ever there was a time for an Asian Prime Minister, it was during a fucking cost of living crisis, right? Rishi Sunak is a Gujarati male, right? Yeah, see, the Asians in there are whooping that because they're the only ones that know what Gujarati means, right? It means he's fucking tight, right? That's what it means, right? He's a Gujarati male, right? And he came on TV and he was all like, hold your nerve. I was like, are you fucking kidding me, bruv? That's your advice, Rishi, right? I've had Asian men in my life give me unsolicited financial advice as long as I can remember, right? My local shopkeeper used to give me financial advice for no reason. I didn't even ask for it, right? I went in there once and I was like, bro, keep the change. He looked at me and was like, never say keep the change. I was like, why not? He's like, because the pennies take care of the pounds, right? And I believed him because he sells those Coca-Colas that says multi-pack not for resale, right? I was like, fucking good money-saving guy, right? Like, he knows how to get us out of this crisis, right? I was disappointed in Rishi. I was like, Rishi, what are you talking about? Because there was a period, it was a brief 2 weeks where we all liked Rishi. We did, right? During lockdown, everybody started calling him Rishi Rich. We love Rishi Sunak. Furlough. We didn't even know what furlough meant. Furlough, right? Everyone was like, oh, furlough, yeah, free money. Yeah. Rishi Sunak, called him Rishi Rich. This is how I knew people like Rishi, yeah? Because there was articles about him in the news where it was like, is Rishi sexy? I was like, what? I was like, has the world gone mad? And then I realized it's the same thing girls do when they date an ugly guy with money, right? There's just something about him. I don't know what it is, there's just something about him, right? There's nothing about him, it's the fucking Range Rover, right? He's 5'2" with a comb over, there's no fucking anything. Rishi bloody Sunak. he wasn't the only one that we were looking for help, right? We were looking for a lot. We were looking anywhere for some help. The thing that really terrified me was we had that money-saving expert guy, right? You lot know that money-saving expert? Yeah. Fucking hell, you really sounded like you hated him there, right? Do you hate him?
Yeah.
Why?
Well, all I hear all day is what Martin fucking Lewis has got to say.
Did you hear that? Oh, he goes, all I've got to hear every day is what Martin fucking Lewis has got to say. Fucking yes, Dave. Fuck Martin Lewis and his fucking money-saving tips. Do you know what? I'm inclined to agree with you, bro. No, genuinely, right? Because Martin Lewis came on TV, right? And I genuinely like the guy, right? But he came on TV and he was just like, I have no more tools left to be able to help the British public. I was like, what the fuck are you doing, bruv? This is your time to shine, bruv, right? What are you talking about? And then I realised he's way too middle class to get us out of this crisis. He doesn't know what it's like eating a pot noodle in bed. Do you know what I mean? He's never had a bread sandwich. You don't know what a bread sandwich is? Well, you just take 2 bits of bread and eat it, right? He's not afford a filling, bro. He's never had that. He's never had corned beef and rice. He doesn't know what it's like, right? He's too middle class, right? He's too middle class. All his tips involve filling out forms, and it's like, bro, if I'm broke, I don't have time to fill out forms. Just show me where the money is. And all his tips are like very middle class tips, innit? It's like, oh yeah, if you've got a savings account, make sure you turn it over into a cash ISA. But before you do that, check the APR. I thought APR meant April till about 4 years ago. I have no idea, right? No, I had no clue, right? I was like, this guy ain't the right guy for us, man. They need to get a Mama 4 from Glasgow on the one show, right? She's gonna have all the money-saving tips, right? Can you imagine her like ringing in via Zoom on a Samsung Galaxy 3, right? You're right there. Jaden, get off the couch! You're right there. Jaden, I'm not gonna tell you again. Right, honey, you want some money-saving tips? Right, if you're going to go Nando's this week, make sure you don't ask for a bottomless drink, just ask for a glass of water. They don't check. Real money-saving tips, man. Real money-saving tips, not Martin Lewis. When is Martin Lewis, right, just going to be honest with all of us, right? When is he just going to be honest with all of us and tell us it's time to steal, right? When is he just going to be like, do you know what? It's hard out there. 5-finger discount for everybody. Fuck it, right? If we all do it, they can't punish us all, innit? Well, when is he going to give us some real tips, like fraud? Like, do you know what I mean? I want him to come out and go, are you having trouble with parking? Here's 5 ways to get a blue badge, right? And if anybody looks at you funny, tell them, did you know 80% of disabilities are invisible? I'm cleared, man. I know I disrespected your hero, but I do like him to an extent, man. He's trying his best, because in this day and age, right, a lot of us don't believe, or we don't stand for a lot, right? A lot of us don't stand for a lot, right? We say we do, but none of us are really prepared to go to prison for it, let alone die for it. Right? We're not, like, because I see it all the time, right? People online like going, oh my God, have you seen the price of a Freddo? When are we gonna riot? I'm like, go on then. Set pace, innit? I'm after you, bro. Nobody wants to actually take responsibility for their actions. We just want to like pass the buck, right? We just want to pass the buck. We pretend like we care, but we don't really give a shit, right? We don't really give a shit, right? And I respect anybody that tries their best and anybody that believes in a cause, right? That's why I respect Just Stop Oil. Oh. No, I don't believe, listen, I don't agree with their methods, but I respect them, right? They get into auditory events, innit? Oh, they get into like the snooker, horse racing, George Osborne's wedding. Oh my God, that one was wonderful, wasn't it? Just seeing the people outraged in red chinos, right? Who's been absolutely outraged? How can we allow the Chancellor of the Exchequer to be with glitter? Sorry. I loved it. Listen, I respect Just Stop Oil, man, because they get out they believe in what they believe in, and they go out and they do something about it. I don't agree with their methods, but at least they're trying to do something, man. At least they're getting out on their ass and they're doing something about it, right? It's just a pity. I don't give a shit, right? No, I mean, I don't, right? Like, I mean, because look, maximum, all of us only give a shit about three things in our lives at any one point. We've only got the emotional bandwidth to care about 3 issues, right? Friends, family, and then for a lot of us, maybe our football team, right? Everything else is just an Instagram post, like, fuck off, right? And that's the truth of it, right? That's the truth of it, right? A lot of us don't have the emotional bandwidth for it. And look, don't get me wrong, I'm not a climate change denier, right? I drive hybrid. That's a sacrifice. It is. Have you ever told a girl you drive a Toyota? You just see the pussy dry up there and then, right? That's a sacrifice I'm making, right? I couldn't go full electric. Oh my God, can you imagine the pain? You sat there in a little car park charging your car. Watching the world go by, right? Checking your Lidl Plus app. Just hoping you get a free croissant today, right? Get a knock on your window. Yo, bruv, let me use your charger. You're like, no, I'm using it. No, but what % are you on? Can't drive electric, man. Are you out of your mind? Right? Imagine you've got an emergency in the middle of the night. Your boy calls you up. Oh, sorry, bro. My car's on low power mode. I'm not a climate change denier, though, man. I'm not a climate change denier. Right? I believe in it. I'm not a conspiracy theorist. Do you know why I don't believe in conspiracy theorists, man? It gives people in power too much credit. Way too much credit, because people act like they're all controlling us, right? Yeah, the people in power are all controlling us. They're treating us like sheep. And the reality of it is, most of them are as incompetent as the rest of us, right? And do you know how I know that, yeah? Have you ever, because none of us really know what our friends do for a living, do we? No, we don't. We have no fucking clue what our friends do, right? Like, I don't know, he's got a nice job, he works on a computer, right? We don't know what our friends do, yeah? We don't. We just know the ballpark that they're in, right? Like, something to do with finance, right? But then one day you actually ask them, you're like, yo, what do you do? And they're like, oh yeah, I'm head of European operations. You! You shat yourself in Budapest on a stag do, right? Do you know what the thing is, yeah? I would love to help out for climate change a lot more, right? But it's just the way they sell it to me, man. I can't get on board with it. Nah, I just can't, man. They're like, let's do it to protect future generations. I'm like, why? Fuck them. I don't like this generation. What makes you think I'm gonna like the ones that these lot raise, right? No, I don't like this generation, right? I don't like this generation. I don't like Gen Z as well. Fuck them, man. No, what are they gonna do? They can't beat me up. They're all lactose intolerant. It's deficient in all aspects, right? They're not even here unless they get this over Zoom. They're not coming out, right? They're like fucking vampires. Do you want to play me on Fortnite? I hate Gen Z. I hate them. I don't like their music. They're just mumbling. No, I don't like their entertainment. They just watch people play games all day. I don't even like their drugs. No, they're just getting high off balloons. How are you getting high at a kid's birthday party, right? At an opening of a hairdresser's? What the fuck is this, right? I don't like Gen Z, man. No, I don't, man. They talk too much. It's the everyday talking. Fuck. Broadcasting their losses. I have never seen a generation so happy to give away information freely. Stuff that we used to hide and bury deep down. That used to, stuff that we used to cause us trauma. And just talk about it 30 years later in therapy. Or let it come out as like a little... These lot just give away. They're just fucking talking about it all the fucking time. Like, telling people their fucking deepest, darkest secrets just for likes. I can't stand it, right? You know, back in the day, if you fell over, right? You'd be like, fuck, I hope no one saw that. These lot, nowadays, they'll be on the floor, get their phone out and go, guys, I just had a fall. And although I'm an able-bodied human, This was okay for me, but if I was like, shut the fuck up and get off the floor, Tabitha, man. Can't stand it. It's infected my generation as well. It's a social media craze, right? Always talking. Everybody's always fucking talking. Just talking all the fucking time. Prince Harry, fucking can't get enough of it. I fucking can't stand the guy now, man. I used to like him. You remember when we used to like Harry when he was younger? We're like, oh, fucking Harry. He doesn't look like Charles, right? We loved it. We loved him. We fucking loved Harry, right? We were like, so look at him. He got with Meghan Markle. We're like, my guy. It's always the gingers. Come on, man. And we were with him. We were with him when he got with Meghan Markle, right? And then he done that Oprah interview, right? And we still supported him because we were like, this is horrible, Harry. Fucking hell, man. We back you, Harry, man. Like, this racism's terrible, man. This is not on, bruv, right? We've got you, bruv, our plantain-eating brother, man. We have you, bruv, right? Fucking love you, Harry, right? And my guy, Harry, man, I'm with you, Harry. I'm with you, Harry. I'm with you. Then he wrote a book, and I was like, it's time to shut the fuck up now, man, right? It's time to shut the fuck... Because he started giving us stuff that nobody asked for, right? Oh, yeah, I got frostbite on my cock. Who asked for this? I lost my virginity at the back of a pub. Nobody cares, Harry, right? My brother hit me. Shut the fuck up now, Harry. Can't stand him, man. Like, I don't like him, man. I'm like 33 right now, right? Anybody over 30 in here, yeah? Yeah, okay. Do you know how you know someone's in their 30s? You know when you... No. When you ask... You know how somebody's in their 30s when you ask them, how old are you? And they look at you and go... How old do I look? And you fuck around with them, innit? And you're like, oh, you look about 26. They're like, do I really look 26? They're like, no, have you seen your forehead? It looks like it's connecting to Wi-Fi, bruv, right? Like... Of course you don't look 26. You look fucking old. Get Botox, man. Do I really look 26? I'm 33, man. I'm 33, bruv, right? Cyril, how old are you? You're 38. Oh my God, it's fucked, innit? Who's in their 20s in here? How old are you, bro? You raise your hand? 25. You're 25. I hate you. 24. What's your name? Abid. See, I said it the proper Arabic way, right? See, I'm not like your Australian supply teacher, bro. Anyway, Abid, you're 25, yeah? You got 5 years left. It's all gonna start going downhill. No, I'm being honest, man. Fucking enjoy what you have now. You don't even know how good you have it. You don't know what fucking Cyril's going through, bro. Honestly, Cyril sleeps with a pregnancy pillow, right? We're doing it, Cyril. Like, all men of our age start sleeping with pregnancy pillows, right? It's a weird time, right? Half our mates are doing jiu-jitsu for no reason. And the other half are sleeping with pregnancy pillows, and they're not pregnant. They're single men, Abid, right? You go there and you're like, why is there a pregnancy pillow? And you're like, do you know you're sleeping incorrectly and you need a pillow in between your legs? Because you're gonna be old one day, yeah? One day you're gonna just get old and start doing old stuff and you don't even realize. Abid, I'm being serious, right? Me and Cyril, we go up to the window for fun. You go up there with a drink, innit, Cyril, right? You go up to the window like... And you start doing old shit without realizing. You go... Number 38, I've been taking the bins out again, look at that. When did you become neighborhood watch? Suddenly, overnight. You start having old thoughts like, oof, great day for a walk. Walking is just an option on Google Maps for you, isn't it, right? For me and him, it's the fun. It's not just a way to get to the fun, it's the fun, right? Ringing up mates like, do you want to go alley a walk? They're like, why? I don't know, clear our heads. Because you got to clear your head in your 30s, bruv. There's so much stress, you don't have to do that in your 20s, innit? You just take a paracetamol and get on with it, right? hit me. I was at my friend's son's birthday party, right? My friend's called Saeed. I was at his son's birthday, right? And it hit me there and then, right? Because right now, a lot of my friends, they've got kids, right? A lot of my friends have got kids, and I'm always Uncle K to these kids, right? They make me little Christmas cards and birthday cards, right? And I'm Uncle K, I'm the cool uncle, right? And I've realized, as men, right, we can only be the cool uncle for about 5 to 7 years. And then, honestly, we've got a 5 to 7 year window, and then it starts looking a bit Philip Schofield-y, right? Women, you can be the cool aunt well into your fucking 70s. Everybody loves the cool aunt, right? Like, oh my God, she's so amazing. She always comes in with a glass of Prosecco. She's such a free spirit. That's their way of saying she's a hoe. She's such a free spirit. Such a free spirit. But guys, right? Guys, we've only got 5 to 7 years, and then you start looking like a nonce, right? Because do you know what? Even the questions I ask these kids start sounding weird at birthday parties, like, what year are you in? Going up to the birthday boy now. Big boy now, aren't you? Fuck me, why do I sound like a pedo, right? I was at this kid's birthday party, right? And it hit me because I was the only single guy there, right? And I was there with my little Zara bag. No, it was an actual plastic bag. It's not plastic, it's one of them paper Zara bags. I just filled it with Spider-Man shit and gave it to them. I'm not fucking packing for a 5-year-old, innit, right? Take the Zara bag, the goodies are inside, bruv, right? I love the kid, but I'm not fucking rapping. And I was there, right, and it hit me there and then. I'm looking at his beautiful family, right? They're all there. We're all singing happy birthday. And at the same time, I'm looking at him going, fuck me, right? This is what I should be doing. All this emotion came over me. I was like, I should be doing this. I'm just going up and down the country telling jokes, living my best life, right? But this is what life's about. No, this is what life's about. I was like, I should be doing this, right? And all this emotion came over me, right? And I was there and whatnot. And then he comes up to me, he's like, you all right? I'm like, yeah, man. I want what you have. He looked at me, he was like, what do you mean? I was like, I want all of this. He's like, this costs 1,400 quid to put together. And at that point in time, I was like, well, yeah, not all of this, innit? But like, I wouldn't mind the corner of a McDonald's or something, innit, right? I was like, no, but look, I want to get into a relationship. I want to settle down. I want to have kids. I want to do all of this, right? I want to do it all, man. I want to do it all. And he looked at me and was like, Kate, before you do all of that, make sure you can be the best man that you can possibly be. I was like, oh, yeah. I was like, oh, this is getting a bit deep, innit, right? I only came here for cake, but now I'm getting a lecture on life. I was like, what do you mean, bro? He's like, well, you got to be able to provide and protect for your woman. I was like, protect? Protect? What if I'm scared as well? Do you know what I mean? Like, if we're getting halves on a mortgage, she needs to throw a bang as well, right? No, let's go, you know, I need to see her headlock somebody in heels for feminism, right? How do you even protect as a modern day man, right? Abid, do you know how you protect as a modern day man? No? You don't even know, bro. But I do. You install a Ring doorbell. That's how you protect as a modern day man. It's a symbolic gesture and she loves it, right? Anytime it goes off, you're like, see, that was me, right? You don't even need to go to the door anymore, right? But I was thinking about it there, and I was looking at him, and I was like, what do you mean, bro? Like, that's a bit of an outdated notion, right? You know, like, what, protect my woman, right? This ain't the 1800s. Like, when am I going to need to protect my woman? He's like, there's loads of opportunities. I was like, I'll go and name one. And he's like, say somebody tries to disrespect your wife in the middle of Waitrose. I was like, two things. Firstly, I don't shop there. Secondly, I will punch up any man in Waitrose right now, right? No training, I will take on 2 men at a time in Waitrose, right? There is not a man violent enough for me in Waitrose, right? What is the most violent thing you've heard in there? Unhand the pistachios! Lidl, different story. I'm not fighting anyone in Lidl, right? Just a Brazilian guy doing capoeira by the meat. I'm not fighting in anyone in Audi. It would just be 3 Polish dudes crowding around me going kurwa for half an hour. I know my limits. I'm a Tesco Express level fighter. You guys have been absolutely amazing. Thank you so much, London.